Good morning. This is a demonstration of the radio frequency interference that my MGL Discovery Lite appears to be generating in my system. I have checked thoroughly and will demonstrate here that my MGL V6 radio thinks that it's receiving enough signal to break squelch anytime the Discovery Lite EFIS is turned on. I will note that I can get rid of this noise if I turn the squelch on the radio up to about a 21 setting, which is incredibly high, much higher than I've had to put it in my glider or when I've had the V6 in other locations. It seems to be related to RF noise that is being generated or broadcast through the air from the Discovery Lite here across about 3 or 4 feet of space to this antenna. I've got RG400 coax connecting that antenna to the V6 radio via the MGL supplied harness here. I'm also using MGL supplied harnesses for the power CAN RS-232 and ground here. My grounding is all to a central forest of tabs on the firewall with then a very large gauge cable from that to the battery. But I'll say right now that I do not believe that this is an issue with ground loops, because this is not something where I'm hearing noise in my ear cups, in my intercom, or in my radio transmissions. This is actually broadcast RF interference that's happening over the air and is then being picked up by the antenna. And I'll demonstrate that by using my handheld here, and I'll show you just by bringing the ducky antenna within a few feet of the Discovery Lite here, an example of what's going on. So it doesn't matter whether it's something that's wired into the airframe or it's something that's just free out in the air. Anything that comes within about 4 feet of this particular unit appears to be receiving a large amount of radiated electromagnetic radiation. So I have taken every single fuse out of my panel, out of my power bus. So the only thing receiving power is the EFIS panel itself. The RDAC is disconnected, the radio is disconnected, everything is disconnected from this panel except for the single fuse powering the Discovery Lite. Furthermore, I have disconnected the secondary harness from the back of the EFIS. So the only thing even hooked up is the power and ground and that D-sub connector to this EFIS. Now, if I take my handheld here and I turn it on,
7 Zulu, wind calm.
You'll see in here.
Visibility 1.
Okay, so we're getting AWAS just nice and clear, right?
Clear. Temperature 0.3 Celsius. Dew point.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and wait for this airplane to pass by. Actually, 16 or 18 wheeler, I guess. So I'm now on the CTAF channel here. You can see that we're picking up no transmission, no traffic. Again, if I flip over, AWAS is fine, CTAF clear. So you have a nice quiet channel here right now. If I bring this into the cockpit, okay, no noise, unless I really physically touch something, okay. You'll notice I've got my master on, so power is flowing to the power bus, which is right behind where I'm sticking the antenna. Up in here, and we've got everything grounding back to a ground point here, and again I can stick the radio right up against it and I'm totally fine. So no real radiated interference. Now watch what happens when I power up panel. Nothing. Oh, that's interesting. Something is really noisy inside that system. And I think whatever it is, from some angles, the metal housing is preventing the signal from radiating. But out the front of the screen here, it appears to be a pretty clear shot. And of course, that is pointing right at my radio antenna, so that's not good. But here's the deal. This is going to be a little annoying, sorry, but I'm going to set this down right here. And you're going to hear the noise, right? Now, watch what happens when I kill the panel. Instantly, not a problem. Turn it back on. Okay? And again, the only thing receiving power right now is this system. Everything else is disconnected. So, I really want to know, what's the issue here? How can it be fixed? Is this a problem with this particular MGL unit? Does it need to be sent back for service? Is it possible something in the power supply or voltage system on the circuit board here is subpar? Inquiring minds want to know, and curious minds want to be able to fly their airplane and use the radio. So any information or help you can provide would be much appreciated. Thank you.